Now hold your horses, I know I am a bit delayed here on this, but episode 6 of Reincarnation review starts now. So in this episode, overall, very simple. We have Pastry and the sisters and whatnot going to the capital to have this engagement party, which is supposed to be secret, though for some reason, I guess everyone in town learns about the engagement, because everyone seems to be gathering around and knowing about this supposedly very super secret engagement between, not Licorice, but the older sister and Squale. For something that is supposed to be so secret, I find it difficult to understand how suddenly everyone seems to know about it, but I guess rumor travels fast, question mark? This also raises the question, though, that if everyone seems to know that the older sister is in the capital for this engagement party, why even do the stunt that they pulled to try to pretend she was going to do the sanctification ceremony back in her own territory and teleporting to the capital, and making that whole scheme, if everyone just knows she's going to be in the capital anyway. But alas, I guess it happens, question mark? Anyway though, as things develop, Licorice and Pastry ends up being abducted by this bandit leader that creates a hole in the ground, some sort of magic, burrowing magic, whatever you want to call it, so they just fall down into this deep hole and get kidnapped. After the fact, Pastry's father basically jumps down this completely 100% vertical hole, and for some reason doesn't break every single bone in his body, and this hole is like 50 meters deep? I don't know, but very deep, right? But he puts his feet against the, again, 100% vertical wall, or incline, and somehow slows his descent with his foot against, again, 100% vertical decline, and lands at the bottom, having slowed himself, and again, not breaking any bones or anything at all. Not even breaking a sweat, apparently. Now, to me, that seems somewhat casually implausible. You know, like, at least do some sort of excuse for this, because I don't understand how, in any logical reality, no matter which isekai world we are in, that a normal human being can do this. But okay, after Pastry and everything gets abducted though, I do enjoy Pastry really showing his detective side and deducting all these details, trying to garner information from the kidnappers, and trying to just wean his way through things and figure out the best course of action. And in the end, but using his ability to replicate other magic, using his father's teleportation magic to inscribe some information on this scarf or whatever he has, and teleports it back to his father so they get information on where they might be being held. And that I thought was fairly entertaining, and again, I like seeing Pastry in that sort of deductive detective light. In the end, though, we see that, near the end of the episode, that the kidnapping went afoul, because apparently they kidnapped the wrong sister, being Licorice and not the older sister that they were supposed to kidnap, and then they just say, I guess you gotta kill them, no witnesses. And this is where my biggest question of the episode arises, because until this point, right, remember, Pastry and Licorice has been abducted, they are tied, etc., but Pastry has the ability to escape at any time, kind of. If he wants to, as he is able to replicate his father's magic already, he could just roll over, grab Licorice's hands, etc., even while tied, and teleport them both out of there using the teleportation magic. And I saw many criticize this in the comment section of like, why didn't you just do that when they were already kidnapped and etc., and being in danger? Now, there are many reasons for this. First of all, I will say that we did see before that Pastry's father strictly forbade him to use or show that he can copy other people's magic, including his father's, which is probably one reason why he didn't, even though in this situation, if it is life or death, then likely you will do it anyway, because of course that takes precedent. Another important detail, though, is that his father said before that without proper control and practice, you have no idea where you might end up. You can teleport into a rock for all you know if you don't have the proper experience of using this magic. So that alone just makes this a considerable risk. Even if Pastry were to think of teleporting away to save both of them, he could be killing them, in effect, if he is not able to control the magic properly. Which is probably another reason why he did not do so. Though again, all these things I feel like they should have explained with Pastry's inner monologue, so we sort of understand these points, instead of having to deduct them ourselves. Another point of criticism I saw was that Pastry, in the end of the episode, did end up using his teleportation magic to teleport like a few meters in front of Licorice to protect her from the bandit lieutenant or whatnot. Again, raising the question, okay, why not use it to escape then? But the thing to make note of here is that until this point, Pastry was not under the impression they were in any real danger. He thought that they were just kidnapped and were going to be held for ransom, so he thought he could bide some time, just be there, not really do anything, just feign ignorance and even cry for a bit, whatever, and just try to glean all the information he could to feed that back to his father, so his father could then come with reinforcements to actually storm the place and save them, and then also getting evidence for the person that actually abducted them, as if they would just have escaped, then there would be no evidence of the act itself, right? And no one would be held responsible. But when he realized that, oh shit, they're actually going to kill us, then he sprung into action, because he realized that things were not just peaceful and they were actually in immediate danger. And that's why he used his magic at that point. Now, in the end here, with all I have just explained, I do believe his course of action is logically concise, but I would have really liked if Pastry would have kept up with his inner monologue and explained these things in a succinct manner, so it was clear for the audience as well. I mean, just Pastry having this inner commentary to himself, as he already did in the episode multiple times, adding in a simple, yeah, I could teleport out, but I'm not going to because of XYZ. I could do this, but I'm not going to because of XYZ. Just making that more clear, I think it would have been beneficial for the audience. But alas, it's okay. Anyway though, that'll be the end of this episode 6 review. Basically just like a kidnapping and fun party going on with this one. It was okay. Looking forward to the next episode, which I will review actually right after this. So hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff to support this channel. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.